Have you ever wondered why some people are immediately respected even without knowing them personally? Most of us try to gain respect through words, achievements, or even compromises, but it often doesn't work the way we expect. Watch to the end, and you'll learn the secret used by the most influential thinkers in history to earn respect without saying a word. Why respect starts with a mindset. Respect is not something we can demand or impose. It cannot be gained by force or persuasion unless it is backed by your inner qualities. Respect is something that we generate through our thinking, actions, and presence. An important first step is to change your mindset. People instinctively sense whether you are confident and able to remain calm in difficult situations. Calmness, self-control, and confidence are the qualities that subconsciously inspire trust and admiration. Think about it. Whom do you respect more? A person who easily loses his temper and reacts impulsively, or someone who remains calm and acts deliberately, regardless of the circumstances? It's all about the thinking behind those actions. Let us recall Marcus Aurelius. As a ruler, he faced wars, betrayal, and incredible trials. But it was his thinking based on the principles of Stoicism that allowed him to command respect even among his enemies. One of his famous quotes, "You have the power to control only your own thought. Everything else is just a shadow." Marcus Aurelius did not focus on what he could not change, the opinions of others, circumstances, or even his own death. He held on to what was under his control, his mind and his actions. And this inner strength made him a respected and indomitable leader. The key mindset shift that will allow you to command the respect of others is the ability to focus on what you can control and let go of what is out of your control. This is the fundamental principle behind the philosophy of Stoicism, and it's so powerful that it can change not only your life, but also the way other people perceive you. Let's start with why it's so important. Imagine a typical day in your life. How many times have you felt irritated, angry, or even afraid because of things that are out of your control? Traffic jams, a coworker's behavior, the weather, the exchange rate, or even someone else's opinion of you. All of these factors can easily affect your mood and actions. But think about it. Will your excitement or stress change anything? You cannot influence these things, but you can control your reaction to them. And this is where the secret of respect lies. People who are able to remain calm and balanced in any situation automatically inspire trust and admiration. Why? Because they radiate strength. It's not physical or aggressive power, but the power of inner calm that demonstrates self-confidence. We are all intuitively drawn to such people because they have something that many of us lack: the ability to maintain control of ourselves even in the most difficult circumstances. The Stoics believed that most of our suffering does not come from the events themselves, but from the way we perceive them. For example, you were criticized at work. The event itself is neutral. It's just someone's opinion. But if you start to worry, think that you are underestimated, or get angry, then suffering is already generated by your perception of this situation. This is where the main principle comes into play. Focus on what you can control. You can't change the fact that someone has expressed their criticism, but you can decide how to react to it. Will you be offended and prove yourself right? Or will you stay calm and give a reasoned response, focusing on the substance of the matter? The choice is always yours. Let's say you're preparing an important presentation. You've been working on it for several weeks, putting all your energy into it. The day of the presentation comes and a person appears in the audience and starts criticizing each of your slides. He asks uncomfortable questions and makes sarcastic remarks. How do you react? If you get nervous, angry, or make excuses, you give the impression that you doubt your work. This can shake the audience's confidence. But if you remain calm and confident, if you thank them for the question, answer calmly, and return the focus to your main message, the situation changes. The audience sees that you are not so easily knocked out of your rut. People begin to admire your calmness and strength. Even if the critic remains dissatisfied, your position looks unbreakable. Why is this so effective? Because people tend to judge you not only by what you say, but also by how you behave in difficult situations. Your actions, body language, and even your tone of voice say a lot about you. When you demonstrate control over your emotions, it signals to others that you are a person who knows what you want and knows how to achieve it. This principle has deep historical roots. One of the most famous Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, as a Roman emperor, faced betrayal, wars, and political intrigue. But he always remained calm and resolute because he understood that he could not control the actions of others, but he could control his decisions and his reactions. His inner calm and strength made him one of the most respected leaders in history. Let's look at another example. You're in a long line at the store, and someone in front of you starts to get loudly indignant about the delay. Most people either ignore this behavior or become nervous and even confrontational. But if you stay calm, it makes you stand out from the crowd. People notice your poise, and this subconsciously inspires respect. Focusing on what you can control is not just a way to interact with others. It's the key to inner peace. You stop wasting time and energy fighting circumstances you can't change and focus all your resources on what really matters. This makes you more productive, confident, and stronger. People are drawn to those who appear stable and confident. When you demonstrate that you are not afraid of challenges, do not get stressed over trivial things, and do not waste energy on things that are out of your control, you become someone people want to respect and emulate. How to implement this change in your life? Focusing on what you can control is not just an idea, but a skill that takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight, but gradually implementing changes in your mindset can dramatically change the way you live and interact with others. Here are some practical steps to help you make this principle part of your daily life. Daily reflection. Start with a simple but extremely effective practice. Reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I focus on today? Something that I can control or something that is out of my control? Keep a small diary to record your thoughts and actions. For example, if you spent half an hour discussing with your colleagues how someone behaved unfairly, this is a signal that you were focusing on the uncontrollable. Instead, if you spend time improving your own skills or solving a specific task, it's a sign that you're focused on what's in your hands. Daily reflection allows you to become more aware of your actions and thinking. Over time, you will notice how your attention gradually changes. You will begin to focus on what is really important. Exercise. What's the worst that can happen? One of the reasons we often worry about things that are out of our control is fear. We are afraid of losing something important, making a mistake, or looking weak in the eyes of others. But most of these fears are exaggerated. Here's a simple exercise. When you're faced with a stressful situation, ask yourself the question, what is the worst thing that can happen? For example, you're nervous about giving a speech at work. The worst thing that can happen is a mistake in your presentation or a question that you can't answer. But does that mean the end of your career? Will it be a disaster? Most likely not. Rationalizing your fears helps reduce their power. You begin to realize that most of the things we fear are just scenarios in our heads. Learn to look at them objectively and let go of things that don't really matter. Practice a calm reaction in small situations. The art of control begins with small steps. To learn how to stay calm in big challenges, practice it in your everyday life. Here are some simple situations to get you started. You are standing in a long line and someone in front of you starts complaining. Instead of getting annoyed or getting into an argument, just accept the situation and use this time to observe or even meditate. You are caught in a traffic jam. Instead of getting nervous and judging other drivers, turn on some calm music or think about something pleasant. These are small situations that don't really matter, but they are perfect for training your mindset. The more you practice staying calm in such circumstances, the easier it will be for you to maintain your balance in more serious moments. The secret is regularity. The key to implementing this change is regularity and gradualness. Don't try to change everything at once. Start small. Reflection, one exercise to rationalize your fears, and a few attempts to stay calm in the little things. Over time, these actions will become second nature. Thinking control skills are like muscles. The more you train them, the stronger they become. And with that, your ability to command respect will grow. People will notice that you're not easily thrown off balance, and this will inspire them to be around you. So start with simple steps. And remember, changing your mindset is a process that takes time, but every small step you take in the right direction is a contribution to becoming a stronger, more confident, and more respected person. Results of changing your mindset. A change in mindset to focus on what you can control will bring significant results not only in your inner state, but also in the way others perceive you. People will begin to see you as calm, confident, and resilient, traits that automatically inspire respect. Think about how we perceive people who remain calm in stressful situations. For example, a leader who does not shout or panic in the midst of a crisis, but gives clear and confident instructions. Why do we respect such people? Because their calmness radiates strength and control over the situation. They become an example for us to look up to. When you start implementing this approach in your life, your behavior will also change. You will stop reacting impulsively, and it will be immediately noticeable. People around you will feel that you are the kind of person who does not give in to chaos, but keeps the situation in check. This will be felt even in the smallest things, in the way you respond to criticism, react to difficult questions, or cope with unexpected difficulties. Let's imagine a specific example. A man working in a company had a reputation for being a rather nervous worker. He often worried about deadlines and reacted sharply to any mistakes. One day he decided to change his approach and started practicing Stoic thinking. During an important project, when the team faced unforeseen problems, he didn't panic. Instead, he calmly listened to all points of view, offered several solutions, and helped everyone calm down. His colleagues noted that it was his calm reaction that helped them find a way out of the situation. From that moment on, he became the go-to guy for advice, and his career took off. Another story is about a mother of three who has always been stressed by small domestic difficulties. She decided to change her attitude, starting with the exercise, "What's the worst that can happen?" It helped her realize that most problems are just temporary inconveniences. Her new approach was noticeable to her family. Her children became less nervous, and her husband began to rely more on her wisdom in dealing with difficult situations. When you demonstrate calmness and confidence, people begin to feel your strength. They realize that you can be trusted and that you are the person who will not lose control in a difficult situation. This not only inspires respect, but also inspires others to work with you, rely on you, and even emulate you. In addition, your own stress level will decrease. This creates a positive cycle. The calmer you become, the more people respect you, and the easier it is for you to maintain that calmness. Eventually, changing your mindset will become not just a new approach, but part of your character. And character is what determines your reputation and your role in other people's lives. So if you want people to respect you, you don't have to do anything extraordinary or try to impress others. It all starts with your mindset. Focus on what you can control and let go of what is out of your control. It's a small but extremely powerful change that will affect your behavior, your attitude, and ultimately how others perceive you. Remember, respect is not something you can demand, but something you can earn. Your calm confidence and resilience in all circumstances will make you an example to others. If you like this approach and want to learn more about Stoicism, how its principles can change your life and make you a stronger person, subscribe to the channel. Please like this video if it was useful for you, and write in the comments what Stoicism practices are already part of your life or what you want to try. Don't forget, the path to change starts with a small step. Take it today.